Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Matt Cole.
Huntington Beach! Orange County, it's great to be back home! What are we doing up here? This is great, man. Guys, you've been amazing so far. Let's keep that energy going tonight, everybody. Let's hear it one more time. There we go. I am so happy to be here tonight. I don't even care about the show right now. I'm just happy that this shirt fit. Rocking a new shirt. My mom picked this out for me. That's where I'm at in my life right now. It's 30-year-old getting dressed like a 5-year-old. That's how I'm doing. And it's working. I got to walk around here tonight. This is the first time in Orange County I got to wear a dark shirt and nobody tried to hand me their ID when I stood by a door. So it is working for me right now. You look at me like, what's going on? I'm just a fat guy from Chicago. That's all this is. Right? I got fans I didn't know about. That's great. Where I'm from, I just look like every fat guy who's balding in the Midwest. That's all this look is out here. I don't mind getting mistaken for the bouncer because too many times here in Orange County, I get mistaken for like whatever de facto racist you just saw on TV. They're like, hey, aren't you the guy that doesn't like the, like, no, that wasn't me, dude. That wasn't my type. It's just so ridiculous. We have like all the white supremacy, all those idiots back at the news. And really the only silver lining I've been able to find in all of this is this face is starting to look less and less like the racist you recognize. It's not the fat guy with the bald head anymore. It looks like every Target employee with their hair parted to the right. That's what it looks like. It's nice though, man. I see a lot of people drinking, yes. Guys, keep drinking. Please drink one for me, because I also completed 13 months of sobriety recently, everybody. Yeah, you can clap it up. You can clap it up. And I want to let you know that all those applause go directly to Judge Joe Perez, all right? This is court ordered at fuck! That's what happened here. I lived my 20s like a choose your own adventure, the drinking game, which meant my 30s was choose your own rock bottom. That's what happened. I got an official LA comedy credit because I pulled in a DUI last year, everybody, right? Don't applaud for that. This is a test for garbage people, and you just failed. Right? Like Orange County, I see teeth and polo shirts. We don't applaud for shit like that. But I had never been arrested before. I had never gone to jail. I even got a ticket since I was a teenager, so I did not want to go back to jail. I jumped through all the hoops possible. I just realized, like, I didn't want to learn how to wash my clothes in a toilet, right? I didn't think like that looked good on a resume. I'm gonna need filled out anytime soon. So I did it, man. I did sobriety. I went to all those court-ordered meetings and groups, and I got to tell you, a lot of those classes are completely worthless. They really are. Some of them were garbage. Some of them were cool. One was really memorable. It actually was here in Orange County. I went to one of these little powwow groups. You come up to the group, and there's a table, and everybody sits down, and they get their turn. They stand up, and they talk about how they got arrested, and their problems with drinking, and their feelings, and all the bullshit that comes with that. All right, they're going around the room. This little cute girl next to me stands up. It's her turn, and she looks at the whole room, and she's like, yeah, I'm sure you guys, like, recognize me. I'm like a DUI celebrity. And I was like, nope. Didn't even know that was a thing. She started explaining to us how she got pulled over. Her arrest actually made the national news. She was the sorority girl from San Diego State who had passed out on the freeway. You might remember her. The CHP had to block off all the lanes. When they knocked on the car to see if she was okay, she freaked out, hit the gas pedal, jumped over the divider, past oncoming traffic, and slammed into the wall. When they took her to the hospital, the doctors put her in a coma for 48 hours because her alcohol level was through the roof. And immediately I'm like, oh, I'm interested. Like, I might have a chance at this one. She makes bad decisions. I don't want to overplay my hand. I'm like, hey, what's up, girl? I'm mad. I got to blow start my car, too. When we started asking her, like, what were you doing? How did you party that night? And then she starts telling us, like, how her and some of her sorority sisters had to go to a charity event that didn't have alcohol. And they were upset that they couldn't drink. So what they decided to do was take tampons and soak those in vodka and tequila, right? My first question to her was like, what kind of hooch did you throw up your cooch? Turns out she's a tequila girl. Oh my God. We're looking at her like, why the hell would you do something like that? And then she looked at the whole class like we were the idiots. She's like, what? You guys, no calories that way. is. It's like an extreme skinny go margarita, but we get it. But at some level, that's a little genius too, because if the officer who arrested her that night said he smelled alcohol over her lips, that's a sexual assault case, everybody, all right? Let's get on board. Hashtag me too. So my turn was next. I didn't want to be outdone. I didn't know how to do it. I made a mistake. I tried to be a thug. I'm like, yeah, I got a misdemeanor. DUI was the case of the game, me, motherfuckers. How about a gangster? Guys, I got pulled over coming out of an Arby's drive-thru, so I don't know what the street cred is for that. I was only there because I had a coupon for 2 beef and cheddars. I found out it was illegal to be fat and frugal in Orange County. The only fun part is, as I was being arrested, I kept locking my arms and pretending I was too fat to get them both behind my back at the same time. Finally, the officer gave up, spun me around, and cuffed me like this. And I can tell you right now, there is no cuter way to go to jail than, hi, my name's Matt, and I was naughty. They kept me in the clink. I was locked up for 35 minutes. 20 minutes without my shoes. I'm like, why'd you take my shoes from me? He's like, Mr. Cole, it's a security feature. You can't have your shoes. You might try to hang yourself with your shoelaces. And I'm like, oh, clearly, you're an idiot. Like, if I string myself with shoelaces, at best, I'm gonna look like a broken marionette hanging in that cell. It's not doing any damage. But for those of you that have not been to the Brea jail yet, I gave it 4 stars on Yelp. Go check out my review later. -1 star because they didn't have orange chicken on their takeout menu. I know. It's Brea, it's Orange County. You better step up your game. But if you guys are drinking, keep drinking. Have a good time tonight, everybody. But if you find yourself behind the wheel of a car, learn my lesson. All right? Get home fast, don't stop for food. All right, we're on board. So we're at tonight. Life lessons. Get some water. It's been nice being sober for over a year. I started eating healthy. I'm down 40 pounds this year so far, which is... This isn't a Chen Craig way. Right? I heard a lady scoff over here. 40 pounds, he has more to go. Like, yeah, I know. That's what's up. Like, at this point, like, my only, like, weight loss accomplishment is, like, I can still sit down now without having to unbutton a shirt. Like, that's where I'm at. I get reminded every day about how I need to still lose weight. Not just because my friends make fun of me, or like I bend over and I run out of breath trying to tie a shoe. I had a fat finger incident at work not that long ago. I was helping out with some website changes, and we said we need to change some things and move things here in this highlighted area. We need a bigger font. And I sent that email out to everybody. They came in the next day, and I was immediately bum rushed by our HR department. Like, hey man, what's up? Step in the office. Can we talk to you? I'm like, sure, what's going on? They sat me down, they showed me the email. There's a big mistake. You guys are familiar when you're typing, but on your keyboard, here's the B key. To the right of that is the N key. So what I suggested, we needed bigger fonts. My fat finger alt-righted over to the N key. And that got sent out to the whole company. And they're sitting there staring at me. They're like, did you mean to say that? I'm like, of course not. Like, I get what I look like, but really look at the context of that email. You think that's what I was suggesting? That we need that kind of font on our websites? What would that even look like to you? Like block letters spray painted into like graffiti? If that's the case, I'd be cool about it. Like, yeah, we need bigger font on this. Get out of here. The follow-up question is like, did you even bother to proofread the email? I'm like, of course I did. But I proofread like everybody does. I look for any words highlighted in red. I change them when I send out the email, right? He's like, well, didn't that word get highlighted? And we found out, oh no, our system does not highlight racial slurs. I remember them asking, well, what kind of flagging software doesn't highlight racial slurs? And that's when I couldn't control myself. I was like, well, clearly, a Confederate flagging software. I'm glad you guys like that, because they were not amused. I got sent home for the day. Yeah. The fallout of this, though, is we had to have some in-house developers go in and program a racial slur database. Yeah, we call it the RSD now. Which means because of my fat fingers, a white guy had to sit awkwardly in a room with an Asian girl and an Indian guy and explain to them all the racial slurs we've been calling them the last 40 years. So, you're welcome on that. I often get asked a lot since I've been doing the whole sobriety kick if I miss it, if I miss partying. And I'm like, No, not so much. I had a good 15-year run. That's 12 years past most normal adults, right? One thing I do miss is some of my old drinking buddies. One especially. I met this guy in college, best friend forever. The reason I met him was accidental. I showed up to freshman orientation like 4 hours late. They didn't know what to do with me. So they just shoved me in a room full of foreign exchange students, right? So in this room, I don't know what's going on. It was just like happenstance. Like the room parted open, and right in front of me was this adorable 5'4" Korean foreign exchange student, right? Instantly we became friends. The guy barely spoke 20 words of English, max. We'd hang out, we'd go party all the time. And if you guys have not partied with somebody who orders like Jaeger bombs in a broken accent, you're the ones doing it wrong, right? Right, he was a great guy. He spoke the international language of college. He spoke alcohol, so we got along really well. And for the first 2 months, he just kind of attached himself to my hip everywhere we went. So every time I take him someplace, I can never remember like his real name. So I'd always just introduce him as Yoshi. It was his favorite Mario Kart player. He doesn't look like a Chad. It's Yoshi, everybody. Right? I'll never forget the party experience. He introduced me to this place called Las Vegas. If you guys haven't been there before, this is one of the reasons it took me 10 years to get a bachelor's degree, right? Left all my tuition on those tables. This is one of those party stories where we show up and it's like a nightmare situation. It was like a holiday weekend. We get to the hotel. All the computer systems are down except for one. It's like a 3-hour check-in to get in. And we're kind of taking turns, about a half-hour rotation. All the guys are drinking, coming back. It's Yoshi's turn. And I come back to get him out of line so he can go have fun. And we showed up. He was missing. He was gone. And everybody was freaking out, right? Because the last time we went to Vegas with Yoshi and he disappeared, we found him hours later back in the hotel room on the floor of the bathroom in his boxers with a ball gag around his mouth. And a masculine hooker passed out in the bathtub next to him. Yeah. So we were on high alert looking for this guy everywhere we could go. Like, where's Yoshi? Storming around the casino. We finally find him like 20 minutes later. He's got a giant smile on his face. He's like, I got us a room comp. We're like, great, how'd you do that? He goes, oh, I lost next semester's tuition at the crap tables. We're like, awesome! Right? Even flow, let's go do this. Great time that night. We went out clubbing, went to bars, talking to ladies, meeting ladies. Got a lady to come back to the room with me that night. And this is Vegas, right? So I'll just scare the details. You know what's going down, right? It's time. I did all my sweet talking. The number one rule in Vegas is you never go raw in Vegas, right? So it's about to happen. It's consensual. I pull it out a condom. I go to put it on. She looks down at me for a second. She starts backing up. She's like, hold on a second. I have some questions. And I was like, oh, absolutely. I'm clean. I've been tested. What other lies do you need to hear tonight? Are you doing this? She goes, no, is that an unlubricated condom? I was like, God, no, I'm not a monster. She pulled out an admission to me. She goes, well, what kind of lubricant's on it? I was like, WD-40, I don't. I know I'm supposed to have one. I'm not a chemist. Did I fail a test here? And she starts explaining how she has like this random allergy to different lubricants. And I'm just like, start tuning her out. Because in my mind, I'm like, what asshole has unlubricated condoms? Who's this guy walking up, the girl's like, all right, tonight, we're gonna try out all that painful friction of prison sex. Oh no, we'll be safe during the whole ordeal. It's ridiculous. She starts asking me, well, do you have like anything that would like help? I'm like, well, give me a second, let me check the room. So I start digging through the room, digging through my buddy's bags to like find something that like loosely matches her criteria. Start digging through my buddy Yoshi's bag and I find something. I start giggling. It's Vegas. Just roll the dice and gamble. I take it, I smile, I kind of toss it over to her. She gets it, she opens it up and looks at it for about 2 seconds. And then she gets pissed. She's like, are you serious? This is a shower cap. I'm like, yeah, it is. No leaks, no lube. That was what you're looking for, right? Figure we get our giggles, the night's done. She pulls it out of the package, though. She starts playing with it a lot. She turns sideways and she starts trying to apply it. Oh, that silencer's me too. It's like, what the shit is this? Here I thought I got Weird Allergy Girl, now I'm intrigued. Because I'm pretty sure I just found the MacGyver of dental dams, all right? Finally she's done filling with it. She motions over, she pats the bed, she's like, come over here. I'm like, all right, what's going on? And then she starts trying to make out because she wants to make it romantic again. Oh, that ship's already sailed, sweetheart. This kitten's curious. I start pawing at her thighs to see what's going on. I finally get her to crack him a little bit. I look down and I couldn't bite my lip fast enough. Because from my angle between her legs, it looked like, you guys ever tried to make a pot of coffee before? But you grab a filter that's way too big for the pot. And at some point you're like, fuck it, you punch it on in, and then it's bunched up all around the edges. Just like that with a little drawstring hanging there. I couldn't stop laughing. I lost my shit. She goes from mildly embarrassed to ragefully pissed. She pulls out her homework assignment and she throws it across the room. She gets dressed, she cusses me out, and then she slams the door into the Vegas night. C'est la vie, as the song goes, right? Here's the thing, I'm in Vegas with my buddies. I go downstairs, I get wasted with them, and I do not mention a word of this to anybody. I get woken up the next morning, we're all hungover, it's early, there's some banging around the room. And out of the corner of my eye, I see my little buddy Yoshi in a towel, he's just kind of scampering around. He finally sees the corner of the bed, picks up his shower cap, and he looks at it. Looks at all of us, looks back at the shower cap, shrugs. He puts it on and runs and takes a shower. Yeah. This is where the story gets a little sad, though. It was a couple months after that incident that Yoshi died in a car accident. I told you he was Asian. Where did you think this was going? He got into like racing, and that's like a Greek tragedy for them. I'll never forget the text my buddy Brad sent me. It's like, hey, Yoshi was in an accident. We don't think he's going to make it. And the only thing I could reply back at the time was, what took him out? Was it the giant turtle shell or banana peel? Which one got Yoshi, everybody? Which one got him? Was that too much? You're not a Mario Kart fan? I got you. Donkey Kong's Mario style? It was a couple years ago, I actually got to tell that story at his memorial to the horror of his family. But my friends really appreciate it because we realized he went to his grave without ever knowing that shower cap was inside that girl the night before. So, guys, thanks for laughing. I love talking about Yoshi. It's sad because you don't want to talk about death on stage and like the fate that's coming for all of us and all that other garbage. But if it wasn't for Yoshi, I wouldn't be up here today. And that's the truth of it. I was in a miserable job. Just one of those jobs where you make enough money not to quit but not to live. And I saw what happened. I go, our time is limited. We don't know when it's going to happen for any of us. And I saw like, what am I doing with my life? So I quit that job. I got a new one. And I've been able to pursue this for the last 5 years. Yeah, it's great. It's not cracked up to be meant. If you guys have a job right now and you can pay your bills, you hold on to that job. This is not how it's meant to be, guys. I've been bombing my balls off for the last 5 years, getting shit thrown at me, people trying to fight me, and I couldn't see myself doing anything else. I love doing this. And it's fun. It's cool. I get to travel a lot for comedy, which is a lot of fun. But that's not me bragging. Because at my level of comedy, I get sent to very exotic places. Like, I just got back from Reno, Nevada. Oh, you've heard of it, have you? Yeah, if you haven't been, just imagine they gave Breaking Bad its own theme park. Right? It's like, that's Walter White, twice the meth, none of the teeth. Oh, I'm in Reno. That's where I'm at right now. Yeah, it's having a lot of fun out there. The shows are great. The comics are cool. I don't know if it's because I'm a big guy or it's just when you go visit people, but they always want to take you to like their famous restaurant, right? Whatever their local Triple D diner driving fat people mecca is. I went on my pilgrimage for some greasy beef sandwich. We show up to this place, and it's just this dumpy little diner. We're walking through it to get sat, and over the corner of my eye, I got startled because I saw a very old woman. 85 plus. Have you ever seen somebody so old you're afraid to look at them because you think that might push them over the edge to death? Like, we're walking by, I'm sitting there watching her as we're sitting at the table. My heart's just going out to her. Because she's at that age where the husband's probably passed on, her kids aren't around. She's probably not getting as many calls from the grandkids as you would think. And I'm sitting there just watching, eating soup or whatever you love to feed them at that age. And she's just sitting there by herself. The waitress is kind of running by her. And she finally flags one down, and I overhear, like, I need to get going. Can I get my waitress? And the girl goes, absolutely. Which one was it tonight? And then with the most confidence I have ever seen in my life, the kind of confidence where you don't know if tomorrow's coming, so you're living it for today, she points across the restaurant, she goes, oh, it was the colored gal over there. Well, no wonder the grandkids are calling this bitch, right? to think about it, she's 85 plus. In her mind, that still might be the right thing to say. We can be honest, guys, they came from the generation where they ordered Brazil nuts the old-fashioned way. And don't worry, if you didn't get that reference, all it means is that your grandparents are better people than mine. That's all that is. It's racist as fuck. You can look it up later. Plus, I lost my last grandmother 2 years ago, and this is the first Thanksgiving in 30 years I get to eat turkey without hearing the phrase like the Orientals like 30 times. So I'm like, all right, this is that generation of people. I'm giving it a pass. She's like my grandmother. But then I hear some commotion over to the side, and I look over, it's just a little millennial table sitting there. There's a little PC princess just festering. She's so upset. She's so angry. She's like, I don't care. I'm going to go say something. She gets up and she starts stomping over to the lady. And in my mind, I'm like, why are you trying to correct anybody at this age? Look at her. Give it a year. Right? They're on their way out. Time is not on their side. This problem's taking care of itself. But she marches up to the table, she gets on her face, and she's like, I need to let you know right now, you can no longer say colored people. And then she points at the waitress and goes, they prefer being called people of color. And that is when I gave up on political correctness. That broke my heart a little bit. All we're doing is swapping words and arguing semantics with the elderly. Plus, the NAAPOC doesn't really roll off the tongue as easy as it used to. But my favorite part about the story is, as she's yelling at the old lady, the waitress is walking over, sees what's going on, comes up to the table, and she's like, actually, I prefer being called Sharon. No, sweetheart, it's right here on my shirt in case you get confused. How can I help you, ma'am? It's been good though. I do enjoy traveling. I get to meet really crazy people. Like I've dealt with everything from like the craziest rednecks to the smarmy of hipsters. But I can tell you right now, there are no crazier people than that live right here in Central California. From Bakersfield to Sacramento, that entire dumpster fire called the 99 freeway. Did a show up there recently, and this hybrid walks up to me, and that's all I could call them. It's like guys in the ridiculously tight skinny jeans, but they still have like the giant ZZ Top beards. This guy approaches me after the show and he's like, hey brother, I'm gonna give you some advice. And I'm like, oh, this is happening. Like, what you got for me, man? He's like, all right, dude, your joke's all right, but you gotta assume about that beard. Because we're sitting there watching, it looks like you got a manicured pussy hanging off your chin. Like, what do you even say to that? I'm like, well, thanks for the passion tip, Duck Dynasty. I don't know what to come back with. Anyway, I don't want to give away secrets tonight, but you see a big dude rocking a beard? This isn't a fashion statement. Right? We are desperately trying to get off the illusion of a jawline, right? I can't use this to ladies. I can't be like, hey, sweetheart, you want to try the thigh tickler? Which at this point in my life is my only pickup line. That's all I have left. Tried to get back on the dating sites. I tried those apps. I'm in my 30s. I stopped immediately. I realized really quick, like, my face and my phone's GPS are not guiding women to my dick as intended. It's not working. Tried the free ones, like, okay, keep some plenty of features. Started looking for women in their 30s, because, let's be honest, you don't know what baggage is until you meet it, right? I did find cute, adorable phrases, especially women in their 30s, their profiles. I found little things like, no more bars for me. I am done with the bar scene. I don't go to bars anymore. And then you take them out, they're like, it's Taco Tuesday, let's go do this! Oh my God, it's Wasted Wednesday, it's Thursday, it's fucking Friday, it's No Panties Sunday! And I'm like, bitch, you need Jesus. What's going on? So I think I broke the code, man. If you look a 30-year-old woman in the eyes and she goes, all right, I am done with the bar scene, what she's really saying is, yeah, you better have your shit together, dude. Because I am not blowing you for shots of Fireball. A grown-ass woman, you gotta feed me on a Friday now. I'm like, all right, that's what's up. But despite my best efforts, I actually met a lady and I fell in love this year, everybody. It's true. It's true. Oh, no. I'm talking about it on stage, so it didn't end well. I'll let you know right off the bat. I'm a comedian, let me drop it inside you, break my heart. I just get to talk about it on stage for the rest of your life. Them's the rules. I met her, I think the way everybody in their 30s really meets people is say what you will about like every cult aggressively recruiting. I found out there's no one more aggressively recruiting than married women in Orange County. Just hanging out Sunday with one of my married buddies in front of a TV, just trying to hang out and watch a game. I see his wife pacing in the background. She's like getting herself ready. She's like, he's doing this, he's gonna say this. Then 20 minutes later, she shows up. She starts inching her way in front of the television screen. And she's like, TL, time out. Matt, you gotta meet my fucking friend Becky. Oh my God. She's super single, she's super sweet, she's got like really big boobs. And oh my God, she loves going to karaoke bars. I was like, that's great. Just tell me she's fat. I know what's going on. How are you trying to sell me to her? Like, all right, he's kind of silly. He's gonna keep you warm in the winter. Just tell him I'm fat. Let's start this thing off honestly, right? Here's the thing, look at me. I love curvy women, right? American thighs, juicy booties. I know it's cringy to say it like that. I don't give a fuck. I'm not bragging either, all right? I still only get laid like corporations pay taxes, right? Like quarterly at best if you've been following the news lately. That's where I'm at. But I agreed. I'm like, let's do it. Let's go hang out with Becky. I went on a blind date and I was smitten right off the bat. Beautiful big girl hanging out. But I realized something about Becky that night, and big girls, like, I like a thick, healthy woman. But even for me, sometimes there's too much curve, and that's not a fat shaming thing. I know what I look like. I gotta shower monthly too to get the barnacles off, right? So my mama raised me right. I'm a romantic. I don't care what your size is, ladies. You deserve a romance in your life. But here's the thing. I'm a big guy. You're a big girl. Sure, blowjobs are great. Doggy style's gonna be better. But at some point, you're gonna want to flip over and make eye contact with me. And then that's when we run into some problems. Because now we have like a logistics issue to figure out here. I'm that good at math, and I gotta solve like a double belly to boner ratio. I'm flipping angles, hitting folds. I didn't pass geometry in the first place. Here's the thing, I'm only bringing an American standard to this game. So are you all right with me playing just the tip tonight, sweetheart? All right? I've mastered greasing the crease. That's what I'm saying, ladies. Oh man, everything about this girl was super memorable, including the first date. She convinced me to take her to a place called the Gastropub. Have you guys been to one of these nightmares yet? Yeah. It's like a dive bar for foodies and hipsters. It's one of those places where they gotta take a picture and then tweet before they eat. I call that millennial grace. You guys right? We're in this place. She's like, oh my God, it's so good. Let's get the appetizer, sampler, and some drinks. So she's ordering everything off the menu. I'm jumping on my ginger ale. I'm looking through the menu and I realized, oh, that was a $34 appetizer sampler. She's probably not gonna be with this, but let's get a story. She's having a couple more drinks in the meantime. Finally, this thing gets to the table, and it's just a square plate with like 12 little mini bagels all over it with a bunch of bullshit on top. She's like, oh my God, it's so good, it's gourmet. Here, try this. You're gonna like this. It's like poached egg with caviar. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat that. She goes, well, then you'll love this. It's like a gourmet bagels and lox. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna try that either. And then she looks at me, she goes, why? Do you not like Jewish people? Like, pump the brakes, sweetheart. Like, I get it. Like, I've been mistaken for the fat guy from American History X more times than I can count. But I'm not chanting anti-Semitic shit. I just don't like salmon, all right? I'm not a Holocaust denier. If we're choosing teams tonight, I am Team Mel Brooks, not Team Mel Gibson, all right? She's like, fine, whatever. Let's keep having fun. I'm like, all right, let's do this. Having a good time. A couple more drinks come to the table. Finally, we're wrapping up the evening. Get the tab, I pay that thing. Then we get back in the car and we're headed home. It's just some small talk, conversation, a couple songs on the radio. And then this one song comes on. She looks over at me, she's like, oh my God. This song makes me feel so naughty. And I was like, yeah, me too. I don't know what song it is, but I'm gonna win it. Let's play along. Then I heard a 30-year-old woman say this on her first date. She goes, all right, you can't laugh at me, but I've never tried this before. Bullshit, what haven't you tried? She's like, oh my God, so I've never given anybody roadhead. And I was like, stop right there. You stop right there. Either have I. We have so much in common. She's like, it's an experience I've always wanted to try. I'm like, for you, we should try this experience. I got roadhead, everybody. That's where that story is going. Right? Yeah, that's where it is. I leave a dome order the dome light. It's my first time in my 30s. It's changed a little bit. Like the jaws come down, the seat comes back, but the belly was up and over to the side. That was a new move for me. And honestly, I'd be lying if I say it wasn't amazing for like a minute and a half tops. And then disaster struck. And the way I can relate to it is that old Johnny Cash song, Ring of Fire. Because I was laying back, she went down, 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 but the flames came up higher. Sitting like, oh my God, baby, it's so good, it's so good. Like now it's starting to tickle. Now it's burning. Why is it burning? She's like, oh my God, I still must have had hot sauce all over my mouth. That quickly turned into a hand job with aloe vera, right? The only good part about that story is all my friends call her Buffalo Becky to this day. But the fun didn't stop there. A couple months later, I finally took her to one of those karaoke bars she loved so much, and I'm not gonna lie, she was the primo that night. She got on stage, just belting out renditions of the Black Velvet, or whatever that song is about keying up some poor fucker's truck. You've heard all this song before. And I was super smitten with her. I'm just watching her from afar, and I gave her a nickname that night. I called her the Trifecta. Now, if you're not on board dragging these three things, these are the three things you ever hope for in a curvy girl. Just that beautiful face, rocking titties, and we all know, memorable head. Sitting with that, and I took her back home. She starts going down. I mean, it's like one of those times where I gotta start punching the forehead back, like, stop! Like, this is too good. Like, I don't know if we need to call your father and thank you for all the issues going on right here. Your dignity's not in there. Stop trying to suck it back out of me. Completely unfazed, she looks at me with her beautiful eyes. She goes, fine, whatever. Lay down. It's my turn. I want to get on top. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Let's parlay this and match, and I get dressed. I get down. She hops on and she starts waddling up. I was like, oh, she's not a gymnast because she forgot to stick the landing. Like a flock of geese, she kept moving north. Before I know it, I start getting a knee pushing back each one of my arms. And I'm freaking out a little bit because I'm like, what chapter of 50 Shades of Grey is this bullshit from? I'm looking right up at her lady business going, this isn't weird, I've been here before. It got weirder right away. Because she looked down and she goes, oh, that's right, boy. It's time for you to eat that cookie. I'm not one to be outdone. I'm like, that's right, bitch, they call me the Cookie Monster. Here's a little side note. You find a boy with a belly, that's our only move. We're cooking it up super fast. So I'm going to town, but what I didn't realize is this is about to be the most sexually traumatic experience of my life. So what I didn't see was that my chubby cheeks and her chubby thighs met at this weird angle that ended up creating like this airtight hermetic seal. After about 10-15 seconds, I start freaking out because I can't breathe and I didn't bring a reserve tank. Old guy's like, Muff Dive 101, rookie. Yeah, I know now, dude. But like I said, I was raised a gentleman. So I gingerly yelled to her, like, I can't breathe, get the fuck off me, I can't breathe, get the fuck off me, I can't breathe. But all she could hear mumbling between her thighs was, she takes that as a sign of encouragement. She locks in and now she starts grinding harder. Guys, I am freaking out. This is fight or flight response time. I'm fucking hoping to have her get off of me. I'm able to look up between two swinging titties. Now she's holding on for 8 seconds like it's a goddamn rodeo. I eventually give up when I realize my arms are pinned back so far. It looks like I was just trying to tap out and smack her ass the whole time. I've heard guys who the stories about being suffocated and drowning before. They say after that initial panic, that this calm starts to wash over your body. I can tell you that's exactly what happens. Because as I'm pinned back being erotically waterboarded, the only thing I can think of at the time is, well, this is it. It looks like I'm going out the same way I came in. This is the end for sure. I stopped working my magic because I'm thinking at least, well, now my buddy's got a great story to talk about. Finally, my dad will be proud of something I did. She realizes I'm not working the magic anymore. She gets pissy. She lifts up her leg to see what's going on, and I can testify right here and now. I found religion again. I saw the light! I felt that weight getting lifted out of my chest. I turned to Samson. I heaved her off the bed. Sweat like I am now, out of breath. I don't come a lot, ladies. I sweat out. There was a cuddle puddle on the bed. Some of you know about that. She starts army crawling back on. She looks over at me. She said, what was that for? It's like, I couldn't breathe. She goes, well, why didn't you try to say something? Like, bitch, I did! All that was me screaming for my life! And then she gets pissed off at me. She's like, well, then you should have tried harder. Try harder. What else am I supposed to do? Start blasting out SOS and Morse code with my tongue? Yeah, I just hope that your clit knows the difference between a dash and a dot. I really wish that story had a great ending, but I dated her 6 months after that. You guys heard the beginning, right? Amazing tits, great head. Nobody gives that up for a minute of oxygen deprivation, right? I'm gonna close with this, guys. You guys have been amazing tonight. Thank you so much for coming out, everybody. My first wake-up call in California came because I'm a giant football fan. I dork out on it. I do something every year called fantasy football. And I like every time I hear that, I say that, I hear just the women just completely drying up in the room right now. If you guys don't know what it is, millions of people do this online every year. It's like the World of Warcraft for fat, failed college athletes. That's all it is. Right? I do a league with a buddy every year, and a couple years ago I won the league, and the way we work it is I choose a bar to go to, and they just count my tab the whole Sunday. The thing is, I'm a guy from Chicago, I'm a giant Chicago Bears fan, right? I want to go party with my people, so I go online, I find this spot, I get all my boys there early for the afternoon game. We walk into this place, and it is packed, it's great, but we're looking around and realize there's something just a little bit off. It's already the afternoon, none of the games are on TV yet. A lot of guys in the bar, nobody's rocking a jersey, and there was dance music. And that's where I realized my mistake that day was Google searching best Bears bar in LA. And don't worry, if you're not laughing, I had no idea either, all right? Turns out the gay committee had Bears something that looks exactly like me. Right? My buddies look like me. We walk in, the energy's up like they just won the lottery. They're high-fiving, we don't know what the hell's going on. We're scanning the place, we saw the bartender, and it all started making sense. Because that dude was a bigger dude than me. But he was rocking the tightest mesh tank top you've ever seen. These little leather shorts. Yeah, I'm saying he was adorable. I walk up to this guy, I'm like, hey man, can we get the game on TV? No, he starts laughing at me because he's confused. He's like, butter my buns, call me a biscuit. You're here for a game? Right? To this day, that is the best bar I've ever been to in my entire life. We had such a great time. We found off right off the bat. Once you buy a drink for a queen, they're going to root for your team, all right? We had walked in gay bar. We walked out happiest sports bar on the planet. But we also got quite the education that day. Found out the number one faux pas in a gay bar. Don't walk up with your buddies and go, hey, can we get a picture? Everybody got who's going to get it? All right. But my favorite thing I found out is these big bears called their little boyfriends. They call them cubs. Isn't that the cutest? But here's the thing, being from Chicago, that makes so much sense. Because I'm also a Chicago Cubs fan. We could be honest, minus that last World Series win, they've been sucking dick for over 100 years. Guys, thank you so much for coming out tonight, everybody.
Cole, ladies and gentlemen.